Theme song
2.0.
Hello and welcome to Aaron's Puff Emporium. We have large puffs, we have small puffs, wide puffs, tall puffs. We even have pink puffs, white puffs, black puffs. Any puff, you name it.
I need about a puff that's about 3 feet tall, because I need something for my feet to go on, because I'm not allowed to put my foot up on the desk anymore for some reason. And, you know, Aaron is like, oh yeah, don't do that, while he's sitting in his unbelievably comfortable Titan armchair with neck pillow. And I'm sitting in something that looks like it was stolen from the dumpster of an Office Works, and doesn't support my lower back, upper back, or really much of anything.
It's actually a cursed chair. It chose you and now it's bonded to you.
It sucks. And the thing is, like, it's one of those ones where all the bits of the black shit's coming off. So every time I sit in it, I go home and it's like, what's that on me? And I keep thinking they're melanomas, and then I pick at them and they just come right off. And I don't know, melanomas might do that now, okay? I might have fucking cancer. I might not have noticed I got cancer.
Look, you gotta, like, it's not melanomas you gotta worry about. It's Mel Gibsonomas. You really gotta... They're the things that will really get you hard, man.
Gibsonomas. Hey, spot on me doesn't like Jews.
So also...
It's not me, it's the spot.
Also, a puff is a, ottoman. A footstool.
Yeah. I tried changing the name of it a couple of times, but it's just never stuck.
I like puff.
Well, like, because there's a whole separate thing. The reason I think puffs got called puffs was because a puff was a squishy thing. Like a soft thing. You know, like puffy hair and shit like that. Like, it's a squishy.
It's kind of like how the word faggot, like, derives because they were put on wood pies and burnt.
No, that's bullshit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a lot of apocryphal crap in etymology. The general rules are it's probably never a fucking acronym. And probably never an initialism, except unless you're talking stuff of the 20th century, like scuba and things like that.
Okay.
Like, fuck isn't fornicating under consent of the king. That's just completely...
I have never heard that in my life. Well,
yeah, like, there's lots of them. But no, like, fagging came from... well, faggot came from fagging, which was in British private schools, the boys who would run around, like, earn money by doing jobs for the older students.
Okay.
Because sometimes that would involve sodomy.
Sodomy.
Came fagging. So no, the thing about, like, faggot coming from a pile of, like, wet sticks that they'd roast gays on, that's just... made up.
Not as spicy as it used to be.
There's
in
loads,
Amsterdam.
again, it is really, really, really common because these things just, like, take off like wildfire. Fuck, the closest we can come to fuck is probably coming from the Germanic of fricken, which meant to go, you know, to strike. Which, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always really enjoy these intros. They're fun.
Welcome to Poo Poo Bum Fart, the channel, and we're here today playing Poo Poo Bum Fart, the game.
It's a little known fact that we made these games. That's why we live in squalor.
I know. From the writers who watched a couple of episodes of Family Guy. Oh, we have first Poo Poo. It's not even 2 minutes in and there's Poo Poo. Oh, that's marvelous.
Oh, we had the cutscene. That's about 3 minutes in.
Oh, yeah, no, I was completely fucking tuned out about that. I was thinking about my lower back and my feet and how I like one higher than the other. What's the point of having, like, a scrotum for a tongue?
You wanted scrotum for knuckles, like, a while ago.
No, I was saying that's bad. Like, I was saying testicles for knuckles was bad. I don't want that.
You wanted them.
Yeah, you want balls for knuckles. Fucking... Remind me not to let you have the monkey's wish paw, Aaron. You fucking... Oh, yeah, Gabe wanted balls for knuckles. I'll get him something while we're here.
Hey, you know how, like, you'd always twist the wish for a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
What if you wish for a bad thing? Yeah. Will it twist to a good thing?
It's covered in shit, dude.
He's a robot.
Yeah.
I think he minds.
I think it's from... He looks like the one from, not Bateau, the other one from fucking Appleseed. Oh, it started with B as well. I gotta look that up because it's gonna drive me fucking insane.
Weeb.
Yeah, man, I was like a weeb back in the 90s and shit.
Dude, look at those midgets. I don't know why, but their foreheads, dude, they made their foreheads really... Look at it. I don't like it. They look realistic and it's creepy.
Dwarves do have kind of beefy fucking foreheads. Briarios, that's it. I thought it was Briarios, but then, I don't know. It just sounded a little too fancy. Ah, he's a robot, but he commands the beasts.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's who I played a little bit before we started. He gets, like, each character, instead of getting one action skill, they get 3.
Right.
You can swap between them. And he gets a monkey with a gun, a spider ant that has, like, a gun grafted onto it, and...
Oh, that lady summons mind Zangiefs.
Yeah, she's pretty rad. He's, I think, British. I don't know. British people are boring to me.
He has an accent that makes him sound educated to the extremely uneducated.
Pretty much. I'm annoyed a lot of male Australian actors that are becoming more prominent in movies lately are getting through with the very... I have to get into a role now.
Enunciated Australian?
Yeah. Hello, Gabriel. Like, very up, like, the high.
It is, yeah. Well, I mean, like, because...
They're very aware of their words, you know, mate.
Well, you don't want to sound too feral.
No,
Nobody likes the ferals unless you're chuckling at them. You don't want them in your show. Like, unless it's like, oh yeah, let's laugh at the Bogans. Which is pretty much like fucking, Paul Fennick's entire career.
He has made
Someone's got to make money off of it, I suppose.
Career on that. And also, like, from Lebanese comedy, that's a cornerstone of his.
No, again, like, it changes every generation, because before that it was like Acropolis Now, and like the Greeks got bored of it, I suppose, and the Lebanese moved in. I wonder who's going to be next. Who's the most recent batch of fucking immigrants that we've yoinked up from somewhere? Syrians, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Speaking of immigrants, I was watching Family Guy late last night when I couldn't sleep. And it was one of the latest seasons. They made a joke. And it was supposed to be a racist joke.
That's a big stretch for them there, Aaron. That's, if anything, they should be commended. Yeah, it's live action.
It is creepy.
She looks familiar. That's going to drive me nuts. Looks kind of like Gillian Anderson.
That's a bit, yeah. They were making a joke about a cowboy being in a massage salon, and he'd fit in right there. And as he's walking in, his boots are just chinking, and they're all Asian. And I'm just like, oh. And then he gets to the thing, and he's like, oh, what's this amazing place? And the lady behind the thing is like, yeehaw. And he's like, oh, I'm going to fit in. And I'm like, I'm the racist.
Yeah, you did. You like racism ahead of their racism.
No, but I think that was the point of the joke. Like,
I don't know, Aaron. That's defensive talk to me. Yeah.
Look,
I think cowboy boots clink. I don't think they chink. You fucking racist. We're not out here calling nips clinks, okay? We're not that kind of outfit.
What happened? Like, how did the Chinese? I'm going all in. How do the Chinese name their kids? Just throw a box of silverware down the stairs.
Like, the funniest thing about, like, chink is that's what the Japanese called the Chinese.
Oh, really?
Which is weird, because to a white, you're both chinks. Why can't you just come together? It's so sad to see such racism among, like, slopes. Although I think slopes was exclusively fucking Vietnamese. There's a lot to learn in fucking, slurs. I think we need to get back to, like, slur specificity, because then we can start getting we can dust off some of the old slurs for regional whites,
Yeah.
Those used to be around. Because it wasn't enough to be white, like, you had to be, like, the special highborn forms of white. Because I think technically Greeks are white. They're wogs.
Yeah.
And then, the Irish were filthy mix. They used what was because, like, fucking Deadwood's great for them. Like, because one of my favorite, I mean, it's a slur, but it sounds too lovely to be a slur. But the old term for Chinese was celestial.
That's fucking rad.
I know. Like, that just makes you sound like you've lived in the universe since 1 billion years ago.
Exactly.
Like,
you're wise. You're powerful. Who would not want to be called that?
Is it a slur if it's fundamentally flattering? Like, I mean, I suppose in a fashion. But, if someone, hollers one than the other at you, you're going to feel a little differently. It's like the way gays got queer back. And, like, that's difficult for some old queers because, like, that, queer was a slur even when I was, like, a kid. I got called queer and shit. I had to, like, be like, oh, shit, someone gonna fucking hit me.
Dude, I'll never forget walking in Redcliffe one day, and a guy yelled out for me from a hotel balcony because I was wearing sort of like this color shirt.
A salmon,
that's like, And he's like, nice fucking shirt, faggot. And I'm like, what? And he's like, it's fucking pink, it's not salmon. And I'm like, never said it was?
I'd have said, look at Mr. Notice's fashion, you fucking homo. What, you gonna critique my pants next? Oh yeah, good job, Jean-Paul. Get back to the fucking design table.
It's just such an odd occurrence, because I was
deranged feral bogans are fascinating, because, like, they operate on different social instincts to, like, normal people. Like, I swear none of them are aware that headphones exist. They'll just play music on their phones out of the speakers.
Or fucking, they'll buy a Bluetooth big ass fucking speaker and just carry it around with them.
Yeah, and it's like, what is wrong with you, you malfunctioning fucking oid? And like, yeah, they'll just talk to people. They'll just say shit at them. And it's like, what?
If you look even like slightly like an Aussie bloke, another Aussie bloke will come up to you and try to racism at you. I am not fucking kidding. It happens.
Hey, nips. Yeah, no, like it's one of the many reasons I don't shave my fucking head anymore is just fucking cunts that come up to you and give you like cards with websites that have like fucking, ethnicforeheadtheories.com and shit like that. And it's just like, I don't fucking need this.
Who
The
does?
other reason is I'm just much more handsome with hair. And now I've got the beard, so I have to complete the ensemble. I can't go running around, uglying up the fucking good work that I've fucking put in here.
If I ever go bald, I'm using my sunglasses and full on Eggman and
I mean, you could probably just lean into the Widow's Peak. We'll give you a bit of a shave. We'll just shave it down.
a hole or go home, mate.
And you can grow the fucking beard out a little bit. You can get. I think you'd look good. I think you'd look good with those glasses. Because I need glasses like that. I need the ones that completely hide my eyes from the sun. Because, I don't want one of those fucking, what is it, macro-ocular degeneration or some shit. Like, where, because like this, you see too much sun and your eyes are like, ee, and the fucking shit doesn't work no more.
Yeah.
Like, because those aren't bad. I want the full tilt ones. Like, the ones with the little side fucking vents that cover everything
We'll just
up.
get you some horse blinders.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I won't have to, like, see so many ugly cunts as I walk through the valley. But then they'll be able to sneak up on me.
It is I, Claptrap.
Bash me with the ugly stick and make me one of them again. I'm not coming back, Aaron.
We have you completely
Can't.
surrounded.
You've lived in the real world now.
Yeah, I'm sexually appealing. I don't want to lose that. So nice.
The good thing is, Gabe, you can't. You have a beard. That's,
Yeah,
that's literally
it's
it.
just that easy.
Bandits are incredibly stupid.
All you gotta do is make sure the beard's on your chin and not like fucking just haphazardly
Come
around
on
some
your
other part of your
neck.
fucking
Come
face.
on, fellas, shave your necks. Like, doesn't look good.
I mean, it's fine if you want to go like full tilt Gandalf because no one will notice.
If it's under your
Yeah.
beard, no, it doesn't matter. But like, if you're growing it and you're just like down to there, like to your fucking
I mean,
neckline.
you could attempt some real retro and shave everything but the neck because that's. I'm not saying it's a good look, but it's a fascinating look.
Hey, mate.
Clump hump, come back. Clump hump. All right, so we finally get to kill some fucking ferals. This is good. The game has actually been a game. Level 1s. Look at you. That's cool. The blood effects are a little better.
Yeah, they added in gore because there was gore in number 1 and then they took it out for 2. And I was like, what?
Yeah. Well, I'm always really fucking narky if there are grenades and the bodies don't explode. I think I ducked that. Okay. The fuck wacky bullets are those?
So a lot of guns have alternate fires now.
Oh, it's like the classic fucking Psycho. What do these guys do when you're not around? Because I feel like your existence is like the most exciting, relevant thing in their day. No? But they all stream on Twitch.
Probably.
So, you gotta do
I'll
you have
stream
to have
Fortnite,
hobbies.
bro.
I know Claptrap can be,
Gotta get that Fortnite cash.
but he's still one of us. We're gonna have to save him.
Said it before and I'll say it again. Fucking young Dana Scully, best girl. Before they fucking everything got chaotic with the goddamn alien baby storyline.
That was
back when she was a
wacky.
good science brain and did shit.
Enemy ahead.
Psycho's not going home to his psycho kids. Do you suppose they're born psycho? Is it genetic now, or is it like, do they raise them in a mental illness culture?
I believe culture, yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Could be. Because, I mean, I don't know, could you breed a bunch of batshit, man? I suppose you could. Like, there's really...
Absolutely, you could, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like fucking pigeons and dogs. Like, we've changed dog brains because we bred them to like have the brain that we wanted them to have, which was a brain that didn't just bite us. So I'm guessing you could probably do it with people. I mean, that's the big problem with pretty much all of like sociology and psychology is like there's the limitations of what we can experiment with, you know? Like if you could just give me like an orphanage and a prison and 40 years of uninterrupted power, I could solve a lot of these problems. And I'm not saying that we as a species wouldn't regret what I'd done. We just have to accept that maybe, you know, if they didn't justify the means, the ends at least were kind of useful. It's like Harry Harlow. Like, that guy is a fucking maniac. Because you know in, like, science, how they use really boring science-soundy words?
Yeah.
Like, you know, the person having a fucking hole drilled into their skull will be called the subject because no one wants, like, to read about, you know, some emotive language about fucking holes getting put in heads. Harry Harlow decided to do not just not that, but the polar fucking opposite. Like, he would basically torture capuchin monkeys.
Oh, what?
Well, okay. In the period that he came up in,
No, I reset it every once in a while.
Okay.
Before you go into a long story, I like to reset it just so it doesn't fuck up.
oh. That guy does professional arm wrestling.
The capuchin monkeys.
Oh, yeah, so he's fucking got, like, these capuchins, right? And, like, the idea was, at the time, everyone thought that, like, a human was just, you know, Lego. Like, if you could raise a boy as a girl and it would be a girl. And, you know, that didn't work. And you could, you know, the only reason, like, there was affection and love was because of material things, like food. Like, you love your mum because she is a food boob. So... what Harry Harlow did was demonstrate that this wasn't true, at least with capuchins, and then, you know, gradually...
At least for capuchins.
yeah, and then gradually, you know, we managed to do sort of more, you know, narrowed down experiments and learn, yeah, like, the famous experiment he had was the wire mother and the cloth mother. So he'd get a baby capuchin, and he'd put it in, like, this cage, and there was a mum made out of wire that was scary looking, but had a teat that had food in it. And then there was a mum made out of, like, cloth and had a nice soft face and was nice and soft and had a heater in it. So it was, like, pleasant and warm. And the idea being that, like, if love comes from, you know, just material utility, like food, then the, you know, baby capuchin would opt to spend more time on the wire mother because the wire mother had, like, food.
Right.
Obviously it didn't because the wire mother was horrifying. And the baby capuchins would spend all their time on the cloth mother until they were absolutely desperately hungry and then they'd go drink and then come back. And basically there are, you know, and things we've demonstrated later is humans have social needs but social instincts because we're social creatures.
Good.
Now, normally you'd write all this down in really boring science talk because torturing capuchins isn't fun even if you're learning something from it. Harry Harlow decided to refer to the female capuchins that he had as little bitches, and again, in scientific literature. And because they were completely emotionally stunted, because, like, they weren't brought up with other fucking monkeys. They were just, you know, socially maladapted. In a way terrifyingly reminiscent of what happens to socially maladapted humans. They wouldn't breed.
Right.
And you need them to breed because otherwise they just go into the capuchin store all the time, which is just nuts. So he'd forcibly breed the females. Now, in and of itself, with it, you know, with fucking monkeys and shit, that's not that big a fucking deal. But he specifically referred to the things he'd tie the females to as rape racks, which is going so far out of your way to be horrifying about this. Like, and that, like, it's fascinating to read. If any reference to, like, scientists torturing animals, like the Screaming Monkey Research Center and shit in The Simpsons, basically that all comes from Harry Harlow, because he was fucking horrifying. But, you know,
Yes.
at the end of the day, it produced a body of knowledge that was important, particularly because of the dominant theories at the time being kind of heinous.
Done in a jiff.
You know, it was that kind of constructivist approach that, you know, had them, like, every time someone was born, like, slightly into gender or something, they'd just be like, oh, okay, he's got, like, a funny, weird dick that won't work. Let's just cut it off and raise him as a girl, because that'll work. It didn't work. Fucking this shit doesn't work that way.
No.
You know, basically, once we started demonstrating that, you know, there were elements of humanity that come sort of like built in a bit like firmware. Got a bit better at not fucking torturing each other. Oh, it's flaming hot Gillian Anderson. She's still unbelievably attractive.
Which one was she?
It was Dana Scully.
Right.
But again, like Scully, early Scully, you know, that's this is in the 90s, you know, that was before women were allowed to have jobs. She was in the FBI, she had a fucking gun. You know, she just like kick a door down and be like, FBI agent, I will fucking shoot you.
Well, the
Tackle
cult's
cunts.
destroyed every other Crimson Raider stronghold, so this'll have to.
I put up with Mulder's weird bullshit.
Fucking Mulder, dude. Woof.
There's an element of fucking X-Files that like almost never comes up. And it's that Mulder is a porn addict.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, like it's a really specific element of his character, and it's only referred to a few times. Like they never really sort of just talk about it. But there was one that sticks in my head was when like Scully had taken something to like the FBI sound analyzer, and he's got like his crazy FBI microphones out, and he's talking about how he can just hear everything going on around. And one of the things he was talking about was like, oh yeah, look, this is the background hum of the room. You know, this is, you see this track here? That's Mulder's porn tapes on pause, which means that he's just like, he's out and he's doing FBI shit, but he's not only got porn tapes in at the moment, but literally he hasn't pushed stop. It's like paused his porn.
Yeah. At work, too.
Yeah, at work. I mean, I've looked at fucked up shit at work, but like, you know, I haven't just sat there and looked at porn.
I never got just sitting there looking at porn if you're not going to do something.
Yeah, like to me, it's a you know, it's a
Hands-on
means to an
activity.
end. Yeah. Like I'm going to perform a hand job on me. Like that's the point of it. Otherwise,
Who's this guy? You in there?
you know, it was nice to see stray boob occasionally, but as you know, just sit there and just look at fucking porn. There's a character in The Wire, like, you know, Detective excellent. Detective
Oh, he had a
Landsman,
bad
who
day.
was just always, or Sergeant Landsman or something, who was just always looking at porn at his desk. And he'd look at it while he was talking to people and shit. It's like,
All
I feel like HR would have something to say about something about that.
I need to say
Because
something.
I'm not going to sit there and listen to someone while they're looking at porn.
No.
You know? I was like, are you going to put that away or at least jack off? Actually, yeah, that's where I want this to go now. All right, you're going to look at like fucking, you know, Hot Lesbian Co-Ed magazine at a desk while we're trying to talk. Finish. Then we can, you know, then we can really chat.
looking for it ever since.
I'm not scared, Landsman. Dig under your big gut, find your penis, pop it out.
The bandit clans used to just murder each other for fun. Now they're all under one banner. A cult.
Could you walk any fucking slower?
The children of
She's
the
sourcing her
There
way
you
over
go.
here.
Right. Come on, let's take a
Squirt.
look.
shot me.
Squirt ladies with the water pistol to make them move faster.
Followers
Oh,
work
God. It's
Fashion
just
industry
milky
operates
boobs.
on the same principle.
against the map.
I didn't want to remember that.
Too bad. I need to check in on them, see where they're at.
We heard a rumor that
I'll become
They're
their...
at saucy boobs. Milk's old hat, Aaron. You know, any idiot can just squirt milk on a woman, you know? Alright, so what's Lilith's deal? Like, is she, don't touch the butt.
I'm smacking it.
That's, you know.
All right.
Oi, stop cheating, come back here.
Stand guard.
You're one of those girls that thinks she can just be really inappropriately physical with everyone because she's a girl.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And I have big, meaty fucking whap. Whap.
I'm not saying that's not like a semi-decent whap.
Whap.
Take that, Smash Brothers community.
They'd have a field day in here.
Yeah, look at them.
This is
That's-
where Evo finals will be held next
Yeah,
year.
no, this is just a feral melee community. They've gone berserk now that like it's no longer at Evo. What are they gonna do, Aaron?
They're living in squalor,
I know.
cobbling
Well,
CRTs
I mean,
together.
Sun Smashers.
comparative to the usual level of squalor, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll open the
You know,
Open the gate.
I haven't seen any like cum stains or body pillows yet. So, Australia,
Yeah.
good routes.
It is.
That sounds like a pub band.
I'm gonna set up camp and gather some intel on the Calypsos. Find a sun
It'll probably be
whatever it takes to get that.
a lot of Midnight Oil covers, a lot of political commentary in the music.
Good luck. I'm gonna go hang out in some trash.
Yeah, good.
With here. Well, this place
Trump.
sucks, but it's not the first first time the Raiders have had to start from scratch. It's no sanctuary. Hope Ellie gets
There's a exclamation point to your right there. Does that do anything?
Yeah. Just a side mission.
Like to know who I'm working with.
It's like a lot of these are tutorial missions, so I'm gonna ignore them.
Beating down gangsters and taking out tyrants. I've won every fight I've ever been in, and I'm looking for a real challenge. Opening a vault is the ultimate
Damn it!
fight.
That's the Sun Smashers camp, but it looks like the COV got there first. Don't let them leave with the map, killer.
Get her. She's a goth girl.
I gotta work out why my action skill's not working.
You need like, have you unlocked it yet?
Yeah. Just don't understand how to use it.
That's a
'Cause
problem.
I haven't used it yet.
E. Well, it says E equip
That's
slot
to
1.
equip it.
Is it equipped?
Yes,
Choose your equipped action skill. All right.
that one.
Mara. All right. Well, I don't know. What's action skill button? Is there a meter? Like, it'd be a meter for or something, isn't there? Like,
Well, usually, yeah, it's usually F. And that icon there usually is...
yeah,
is
it looks like it.
Oh, there it goes. Just wasn't working before. Now it is. Fantastic.
Stab. Stab.
I am a dog now!
Butt stab.
The dreaded rear admiral.
There is a weapon called the butt plug, and it does additional damage in the bum.
Did you just jump on that midget to death?
Yes.
Neat. You know what? I like this game a lot more because it's got people exploding when you stab them.
Needed more training. This is all.
Unga bunga! There's a lot of lady fucking psychos here. Is this like the lady psycho camp or?
I think so, yeah. Hey!
Because I mean, like, you know, are psychos all rapists? Because I thought that's the fucking thing, but like, you know, there's those areas in Africa where the women get sick of the rape and they start their own villages and shit. It's like, I figure maybe that happens with the psychos. They're like, you know, you just gotta mind your business and wait until one of the psycho ladies gets horny. Stab. Oh, that's right. They call the little midgets tanks.
Tink sounds worse, in
It
my
is.
opinion.
Tank.
Who needs bullets when you got stabby?
That stab seems particularly good at the moment.
Just
Because
because it's early game.
I
So
mean,
generally
it's got a
melee
stagger though, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Melee with like daggers and stuff early game feels very strong right now.
so strong, right? Oh, oh, oh. It doesn't get up. What did
No.
that guy think he'd accomplished? Why was his, why, you know, he's waving his arms around like he did a thing. Okay. Oh, that's right. You got the dolphins. What's the other one called? Unicorns.
Unicorns.
Unifins. Although that would probably not be. Ah! It's the guy from Prodigy.
Try the other ones.
He killed himself too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh man. Look. Fucking.
Yeah, we need to put like, you know, fucking, you know, Phil Collins on Suicide Watch because he'll be the next one. You know, Susudio is all about how he's like in
damn it.
pain all the time and gonna kill himself. Just don't
Bullet,
understand the
it's
code.
been on my mind all the time. It's awful.
Again, you can only write so many songs about how you're sad all the time and then kill yourself and then have like the world not go like, huh, maybe we should have been paying attention.
I totally don't know how to build her.
Arms. Max out the arms.
Seems like she's got a lot of elemental.
I mean, phase graph sounds like grappling to me, so that's where I put my points. You know?
You're gonna be my test subject, bud. Just stay there for a few seconds.
What are you doing?
Wait for my skill to come back.
All right.
That's pretty helpful, I guess.
I mean, does it level up to grab more dudes, or can it grab more dudes? So she's got the ground pound, the big fist lift. Is there another one? Does she have one where she just, hey, the top screen went weird?
It's fine.
Okay.
Just the cable's a little finicky.
There we go.
Yeah, it's just...
Okay, so does she have one where she just punches? Phase-gasm. Okay, phase cast.
Doesn't look like it.
Astral projection
See
of
what this
herself. I mean, that sounds kind of like, I mean, you know, a version of her does karate dance out in front and like punches cunts. Yeah, alright, this is just basically a Shinku Hadouken. It's the Borderlands' favorite venue, the Flaming Bunghole.
Wish my bumhole was flaming.
I mean, you probably don't. You could just, you know, rub it with some jalapenos.
Put mint tinglies in it.
Sup, Jesus.
Little help?
Okay.
He's from Tales of the Borderland.
Okay.
Not like this!
He's like a bandit and he became bandit chief.
I wonder if a war chief lives here.
My briefs are... Ugh. Oh, hey, yeah, feet work good.
Don't Shinku Hadouken fucking Brad or whatever the fuck his name is.
Come along, I might be dead. So, what are you doing here?
I came to see Pandora's legendary half-naked bandits, clearly. Also, I just joined up with Lilith and the Crimson...
Hello.
We're in a cutscene.
With Lilith back in the day, but you know, now I'm a bandit.
Nice nipples, bro.
He had his nipples surgically removed and then tattooed new ones back on.
Oh man, that's weird. It's like those ladies who like get them permanently lasered and then draw them on. What the fuck?
Do they laser them off, or is that like a cancer thing? Because I know cancer chicks do that, which I think is kind of fair. Like,
No, they can do it all they want, but no, fashion, there's a fashion thing where you
really?
get rid of your eyebrow and draw them on.
oh, eyebrows. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about nipples still. I was talking about nipples.
Fucking no.
Women and eyebrows is fucking insane. Like, it's such an odd environment because you don't think about it, but if you make fun of a woman's eyebrows, you will destroy your self-esteem for like 6 months.
Yeah. This is the best run cycle I've seen in a video game for a long time. Get ready.
Oh, you took over that COV propaganda center all by yourself.
That's a little brother running from a much stronger older brother.
Also, thank you fucking for making your escort run. I hate escorts that like, hello, please, adventurer. I need to get to McDonald's, but I'm going to walk at 0.5.
No, the absolute cardinal fucking sin is ones that walk faster than you walk, but slower than you run.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do? Because that's deliberate. You know, no one sits there and tests that and goes, yes, no, we should get rid of that.
Ugh, Skag Central, am I right? You know, I'm gonna let you take care of him. Only thing I'm packing right now is not something I'm gonna use on a skag.
Penis, Aaron! Meant penis. Alright, you
That
exploded.
thing's rad. It shocks the water though, so I'm gonna get out of that.
That's cool. So she's a Thundercat.
Thundercat.
Dog just do a moonsault.
Yeah.
Used to be able to get my second cousin's dog to do backflips by throwing shit over it.
Really?
It was like
That's
one of those
awesome.
fucking Australian sheepdogs, and it was purebred, but it was also like... Imagine if you could like level a dog and you just maxed out energy and then put nothing into brain. Like, that was this fucking thing. It was such a bizarre animal. Electrocuting them. You ever see a dog with one of those fucking, you know, bark collars on?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Have
so...
you ever seen a little boy with one of those bark collars
No,
on?
that's amazing. That's some fucking new classroom approach. That's
We
what
tricked
that
someone
is.
into wearing one. It went down about as you thought it would go.
Yeah.
Get it off, get it off. Anyway, continue.
No, like a friend of mine's friends had like 2 dogs, and they were like real loud barkers, so they got like the citronella candles that shut them up. And it's a lightning dog, so lightning's probably not going to work.
I didn't
on it.
realize my skill was lightning. Oh yeah, of course it was. Fucking dumbass, Aaron.
So yeah, fucking, it had the goddamn thing where it has to wear the collar, right? And so that stops them barking. One of the dogs learns that if it barks at the other dog in a specific way, it can set it off. Not like her one, but the other dog's one. And that was fucking amazing. Because the other dog couldn't figure it out. It just thought it was still getting punished by the punishment collar for something that it didn't understand.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's why I would go, and you know, it just go, and like citronella to the face, it sucked. Like that'd stop me from barking.
It does. I've had to use it on you many times. Remember, get the citronella.
It was like it was projected. It was one of those dogs where it's like you can tell it's kind of eerily intelligent, like problem-solving intellect, not just like, oh yeah, I have to shit, so I'm just gonna stop right here and do it.
Super tight. Like, bro tight.
I wish I could
lot of
slide like
slide.
this in real life.
Yeah, no, like fucking video games give you a really, really, really fucked up impression of what sliding on the ground's actually like.
It's like, you can slide down fucking stairs. Like, look at that shit.
Yeah,
I'll be like,
no. I mean, maybe on fresh grass. Anything else, you're just gonna tear up whatever the fuck you do it to.
or flip your knees backwards.
Hello, paparazzi.
Yeah, but that was you because you munted.
Oh, sweet digs. Fortified, well ventilated. You know, throw some bloody skulls up on the walls. You got yourself a nice, cozy place here, friend.
Shut up.
Look,
What the hell are you doing here?
let's just paint it on.
Hey, Lilith! Former war chief of the Sun Smashers reporting for duty!
Leave
You're
that
in that
girl's butt
booty.
alone.
Got a good boot day there.
The Raiders will take all the help we can get. So, Vault Hunter, did you find the map?
I'm not looking at anything.
Map wasn't there, so I took
It's
this
the map.
bandit instead.
Map? If you're talking about that alien junk, my clan is bringing it to the Calypso twins as an offering. They're heading to the Holy Broadcast Center.
Don't have a clan. Shut up.
Post murder sermons to
You're in your underwear upside down. No clan holder you.
Smeared in your own feces.
No, he was like that before they overthrew him.
Aw.
You're gonna need some wheels. My friend Ellie.
Keeps the dog attacks at bay.
Go introduce yourself and she'll hook you up.
I'll go see her. Aw. Like, I don't care if I had to buy, like, $200 sliding pants or something. Oh,
They should sell slidey pants. It's like Balrog's sliding punches and shit. You try to do those when you're a kid, and you just move like a 1-inch jump that you
I've
can
got
manage.
it. We'll buy those $10 Kmart slacks that are really shiny and slippery
Polish them up.
and polish them in wax.
Yeah. I'll give it a try. The only time that someone has successfully done the Balrog slide is, unsurprisingly, the fucking Rock. And he actually,
really?
yeah, no, he legit, he's in dress shoes and he's doing the people's elbow to, I think, the Big Boss Man. Either the Big Boss Man or the fucking British Bulldog. It's like, it's just someone weird. But like, he hops over one side, does the usual steps, hops over the other side, and just drifts along the ground on his toes like greased magic, and then just does the fucking elbow. And everyone goes berserk. Because it looks fucking amazing. You know, for one brief moment, that ridiculous sliding dash punch is possible. Everything's a lot more fun that way. Retro Blaster 35.
I think that looks cool.
It'll look a little more interesting than that.
Now remind me.
Shut up.
What'd you say you was gonna do?
Christ, it's Tid House.
God Queen Tyrene will drink soup from the skull of the great heretic.
Look at the robot dude I was playing when he saw her was like, what did he say? He said, most women I meet are frail and weak. You are of an admiral heft. Heft is a good describing.
I heard y'all were in the
I'm sticking with Tid House.
Lil found some new blood. I'm Ellie. Hey,
You know, if she had an Audi, that'd make her gut one other big boob. And then you got Tri-Boob.
Used you during training.
Reboob the Destroyer.
Yes.
Lil said you was looking for a vehicle.
Everyone's got tiny little legs in this.
Mine's stealing me.
Fucking.
I'll set you up with a catch ride.
You can't catch me. I'm smacking you.
Stop that. It takes you 45 minutes to turn around.
Some great ball.
You lost!
I'll take care of it.
All right, so
This thing does not
what's
aim
going
well.
on now?
We got to. Bandits hijacked their cars, so we need to go get them
okay.
back.
So this does relate to her somehow.
Them shotgun tinks. Come on, kill me. Thank you.
Why do you want to die?
She's low life. So you can get a second win.
Hijacking a vehicle. Ain't nothing to it. Just run up to one and kindly tell the driver to skedaddle.
Okie dokie, tit house.
That is just so...
Save it for when there's a bunch of dudes.
No, dude,
'cause-
you got to use it a lot because it recharges really quickly.
Oh. Well, I mean, like, try to use it on multiple guys. I want to see if it, like, keeps going through.
It does, yeah. That's what got the skags.
Well, yeah, but you used that on a lightning skag, so it didn't look very good. I want to see it rip a bunch of people up. Ow. Wait, stop it. Karate.
Karate. Karate. Get in a line, cunts.
Push him down, son.
Over here, look. Come through this
Yeah,
doorway.
come, yeah. Can I get all of you to just meatball up over here? That'd be real good.
Look, car, where did you
What
come
the
from?
fuck? I mean, on the plus side, your fucking brain Hadouken killed that car. More than my brain Hadoukens have ever done.
True.
Yeah, kill the little fella. Look at his little mustache. Oh, you killed tiny Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil does strike me as the kind of guy that has a tiny little twin that he keeps locked up. Now, you said you were going to let me out to do a show. You know people can't know of your existence. Alright. Supposed to steal one of these, aren't you?
Yep.
There we go. Oh. Oh. Aw.
I know.
Has anyone mounted like a paintball gun on the top of a fucking dune buggy or some shit? Or maybe like an airsoft or something? So I figure we could like live this dream with, you know, some slightly toned down rules, you know, not so we're all exploding and shit. I mean, we could explode if we had things that just sort of rebuilt us afterward, but like...
That's a while off, I feel.
Yeah, well, it was like when I was watching Elysium and I was sitting there looking at like, cause fucking, what's his name? Shard hole coping mechanism gets like his face blown up with a grenade, and they put him in this tube, and the tube rebuilds his face and his head, and like some of his brain's gone. So like this thing's able to rebuild you to brain level, which means you know that covers a lot.
Oh yeah, as long as you like there's like part of your genetic print there, then they can yeah.
And I'm like, you know, MMA in this universe is gonna be so fucking good. You wouldn't need rules. You know, fuck it. The guy ripped my balls off. Well, here you go, new balls. There, it's fine. I don't know if there's bullshit about how I'm not allowed to like hit you in the back of the head or something. What happened? That guy's neck broke. Yeah, neck's fixed. Womp.
Alright, now register with a catch a ride so you can digistruct a new one whenever you want. Just in case you get a Pandora flat, meaning your car explodes.
Okay, are you still on the Pandora planet?
Yeah.
Okay. It was the planet from the first two, right?
Yes.
And then one was on the moon or some shit.
Yes. Space Australia.
Yeah, that's fair. We have that coming. Was there a space New Zealand?
Nah, no one cares about New Zealand. Let's be real.
Still.
I love these like wanted posters, the way they look. I think that's a cool.
Kill him, Aaron. He's got a better mustache than you.
I don't even have a mustache. Do I?
Well, you do. But I mean, a mustache is part of a complete beard.
No, I mean like my character.
No, of course she doesn't have a fucking mustache.
A new hole or 2 or 7. I ain't as concerned with the precise number as the outcome, you understand.
Like, steady on, tit house. We're trying to get some shit done here.
Now, rocket launcher.
Oh, do you have rocket launchers?
Ah.
Sweet. I mean, like, beside the tweaks and upgrades and shit, I honestly can't tell the difference between this and any of the other fucking Borderlands
There's
games.
honestly no difference.
No, I mean, like, and my point is I don't expect there to be any,
Yeah, yeah.
you know? Like, it is, to me, exactly what Borderlands game
It's
is
honestly
otherwise supposed to
amazing
be.
that 7 years have passed and the game is pretty much what everyone wanted, just slightly upgraded too. And it's amazing for a
What
developer
was
to
like
wants to
the
just go, here
reception
we
of
go.
the pre-sequel?
A lot of people liked it. It had a lot of good quality of life upgrades. The main issue was it just didn't have the longevity or sort of grinding power that 2 had, or the sort of love 2 had for the community. And 2 also had a bajillion DLCs for it. And like 2K Australia went under, I think they stopped thingy my boobs. What's we doing? Main mission. It's called following. Go to the broadcast center. Where's the broadcast center? Over there. I try to take the short way, Gabe, but they won't let me.
Just forbidden. There are no short ways. They only open up afterward, you know? You gotta like push the button and then you open a door and you're like, oh, what's through here? And you go, oh, that door I couldn't open from ages ago.
And then you push it to the limit. Limit. Walking on the
Playing
bridge.
Blasphemous at the moment.
What's Blasphemous?
It is a Metroid Soulsvania.
Is it like a 2D one or?
Yeah. And it has probably some of the best pixel art I've seen in a game in a long fucking
Oh,
time.
really? Nice.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's an accomplishment not only of technique and skill, but of style. Like, it is kind of like playing a fucking Hieronymus Bosch painting. It's just, there's a horrifying conceptual, you know, quality to the nightmares and the fucking thing. It's just...
There's a pick-me-up.
Hey, there's health in that toilet.
Health in most toilets. Just stick your hand in and see.
Just drink the water.
Drink the poo.
Drink the poo.
Drink the poo, Aaron. Aaron, shh, drink the poo.
Only if
What are you, a poo scientist? Don't talk to me about this. Drink the poo.
Poo is part of your balanced breakfast.
Eat it. But I eat it.
One of your
Do
everyday.
the psychos get the fucking box that regenerates them? Wasn't that part of the...
The box?
Well, you know how you get like, regenerated in like the tubes or some
Oh,
shit.
fuck, I don't know. I hold this like a gangster.
It's the stupidest way. That's probably my favorite thing about like, one of numerous favorite things about The Wire is like there's points in it where like street gangsters are talking and like practicing to shoot, and like one of the characters, Snoop, is just going, all right, look, don't tilt it like an idiot because that's TV. It doesn't work. You know, you can't aim for shit. And at one point they attempt to drive by, and then they miss everybody, so Snoop just gets out of the car and goes, fucking West Coast niggas and drive-bys. We here in Baltimore, we aim to shoot a motherfucker, and then just kills a guy.
Finally, fucking SMG or something. Oh, that's rad looking.
That's fancy, Aaron.
Is he on there?
I think you've earned the right to such fanciness. Alright.
Low reload though.
It's fucking... It's like
Hello.
putting a new fucking cartridge into a printer.
And then
See,
you
that's
throw
sweet.
then you
the
throw the
heads
printer
explode
away.
and shit.
Yeah, they've got positional damage and shit, yeah.
That's, that's good. That's the meat and potatoes of like running around, like half the fun of running around shooting people.
Oh.
That guy has a car door.
Sacrifice for the offering.
Guy doesn't even have much health. You probably just like thundercon him. Yeah, take that. Hold on. Add a toner.
Don't you wiggle your bum at me.
They had to put bum wiggling in if they have a butt plug gun, Aaron. You know the rules.
Yeah.
No, it's no fun if you just got to fucking just shoot him in the bum.
I'm not a fan of that SMG. Let's try this one.
I mean, you were doing pretty good with the gun that you had.
Yeah. I just like so every So the way guns work in this is
There's
guns
different
have
brands and
manufacturers,
shit.
yeah. Every manufacturer has a different alt
Focus.
fire mechanism and usually different feel to them.
Alright.
I
Some
love
do-
Jacob's weapons because they're like old-fashioned shit, like
Right.
cowboy shit. And energy weapons.
You got to push a button back there or some shit.
Do I? Oh.
Shoot it. All right.
Let's follow this.
What do we do about that?
Dump truck stash is probably behind a secret trap door.
I guess we just
Might
do
need
this.
something special to get it open.
Hey.
That's nice. You know, that is actually nice. I like the fucking use of environmental shit. I think that suits the sort of, and it adds a bit to it, you know. Because that's something I found about this. And what was that other one that was kind of like this? Rage 2.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, it's just there's a lot of stuff, but you got to add some fucking connective tissue to it.
I
Otherwise,
still think that
you know.
Rage 2 was just the sandbox test for Doom Eternal. That's what it feels like to me.
Well, there was nothing in it. Like, it's
That's
crazy
what
how
I mean.
quickly you
That's-
could finish the fucking game. And then it's like, oh, here's all this space. Oh, cool. Why would I go over there? No reason. None whatsoever. You can, there's a convoy. Yeah, but I beat that convoy 3 fucking times. That bummed me out, because I did a couple of the convoys, and I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. And then they just regenerate. It's like,
Sadly, yeah.
you know, like, at least if you killed all of them and then you got, like, some kind of, like, map-spanning super convoy that was, like, you know, a mile long on its own or something, you know. Let it build.
Where's my car at? There it is.
It's like not in the second I touch my dick and then expecting me to keep jacking off. Like, you have to, there's got to be, you know, journey here.
Running people over and splattering people is never not fun.
It does tickle. Fidget! Oh, you fucking, yes. Look out, women.
Most dangerous bandits of all.
Women.
Women.
They're all hopped up on independence, Aaron. It's dangerous.
So we just gotta slow down there on that independence, eh?
Puts the woman mind on edge.
The quest. Yeah?
Killing another dude.
Oh. Did you just sniff his hand? Oh. You gross little fucking...
At least he's called Undertaker. That's
Where
fun
is
for
he?
me.
Oh, lordy, this is a big map.
Is that the whole map?
This is for this...
Droughts.
Just the droughts, yeah.
Right, that's what I thought.
So you've got multiple planets
And multiple
and
bits
multiple
within the planet. That's
things
cool.
within the planets, yeah.
See, this is what I mean. Like, we've been playing it for a while, and I honestly can't even tell you what some of the retarded jokes have been. You know?
That's the thing is, like, they haven't... That's what I mean. There hasn't really been that joke heavy so far.
Maybe it gets worse. I don't know.
So
But again,
I'm
though, like, you know, so? Like, half of this shit I tune out anyway. Like, Vaughn's talking right now. I got no idea what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah. It's if you don't enjoy it, like
He's
you
like
can,
listening to Japanese wrestling commentary. I can understand the tone and the emotion, but I just don't hear the words.
Yeah.
I hate the Calypso twins so much.
You know?
They conned the bandits of Pandora with promises of death cars and meat storms and blood saunas. Good stuff, right? I mean, even my clan fell for it. Gullible idiots. And I've never seen the Calypsos myself.
I don't have a clan.
Must be the most terrifying
Oh, that reminds me. HBO's got like a
psychopath Pandora
Wu-Tang Clan docudrama going. I gotta watch that.
only accepted me as a leader.
Is that the one I showed you?
Just my ass
No, that was the actual Wu-Tang Clan documentary. That was good too.
together. You'd need like a 20
No. Get him. I think it's some kind of juggalo.
I got kicked off the roof. Definitely a juggalo.
No, you gotta be careful because this place has got trained karate juggalos.
You guys are higher level now.
Which are
This is
also the
unfair.
deadliest game of all. Karate juggalos. Alright, careful, Aaron. That was a grenade. Oh, careful, Aaron. Those mean people are breaking your shields. Poof. Like, is that the best grenade you got, or are you just using it because it's funny?
I think it's the best one I got. I'll check in a sec.
I don't know. Maybe the the
It's very low. Oh no, I got a better one.
I mean, it's got a nice radius, but
First one.
I want
is the
something
one I
that's
just
gonna
got.
fucking blow a cunt the fuck. Ooh. That lady looked like a GoBot.
GoBots. No one remembers the GoBots.
Losers my age do. With my face and my genetic match. I remember the GoBots. They were shit. Like, they actually, the GoBots show actually, I think, beat the Transformers to air in the States, but holy fuck the build quality. And then just the general design philosophy of the GoBots was so fucking Gumby. Again, like, Psykill, man. Like, as much as there were some absolutely fucking shitful Gen 1 designs, Psykill was a guy dressed as a dildo who'd then just bend over and hold wheels. So as a dildo, no, I'm serious. That was the transformation. You know, it wasn't anything cool. It was just like he just bent over, and like his head was just there. You know, better choke slam you. Get a good look at him. I want to see the fucking little midget version of the Undertaker. Oh yeah, there we go. I think you just shoot him from a distance. Because he's got, like, a gun that's good, but, you know, not with aim. Is there something that just has everything? Like, you guess when that fires fast and has good aim and has good capacity? I mean, I'm guessing not. Or at least not until later on.
Not till later on. Like, a big part of Borderlands is specific bosses have chances of dropping
cool weapons.
Legendary weapons and shit, yeah. So you can, like, save the game, go over the menu, go back in, and you can redo the boss. You can effectively farm them.
Of course you know a fucking weird way of farming goddamn guns.
Fucking dude.
That shit wouldn't even occur to me. Like, that's the thing.
I don't even play like that. That's the crazy thing is, I just play the game through once. There's people that play this game, like, 50 times over.
Well, you don't do that for this game. Do you do that for the games of this, like, you do play? Like, do you do that in whatever the fuck it is? Destiny?
It's a bit different with Destiny, because Destiny is procedurally, is always going to be going on. That keep continuous adding. Like, there's still people playing Borderlands, the same save they've played from day one to day. Like, it's crazy. Like, because hey,
karate! I saw it coming and I didn't say anything.
There's in Borderlands, you can keep playing because there's like OP levels as well. So once you hit level max, it gets harder and more gear and shit. For the people who love the game, you know, yeah, it's if you really love this game, you can get a shit ton out of it. There's the broadcast center. Kill the Undertaker. Hey.
Yeah.
Skill points.
Something has to, because the WWF's just going to keep bringing him back, and he's old, and he needs to sit down.
He's a zombie, isn't he?
Yes, now. Absolutely. They actually, one of my favorite things in all of professional wrestling, because I do love the sort of wacky, very fictional element of it, was I think one of the only times there's been, one of the two times. Although really, I think this one's particular. WWF had a mirror match once. It was Undertaker versus Undertaker.
What? How?
They just had some other dude that kind of looked like fucking Mark Calloway, but like didn't really that much and was like about an inch shorter than him.
Oh,
but
God.
it didn't matter because I was like fucking 12 or some shit. And as far as I was concerned, this was one of the most cool things.
Yeah, why
pro
don't we have
wrestling
more
could do.
in-game, in real-life mirror matches?
Yeah, like, because the idea is Undertaker had disappeared. And then $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, who'd originally brought in The Undertaker, said he'd found The Undertaker again. But then, like, original Undertaker came back. It's basically the Clone Saga, but in wrestling.
Which is pretty rad.
Yeah. And wrestling's fucking cool, and Undertaker fought Undertaker. And then they decided to skip all that nonsense and came up with Kane, who was basically like fucking the Carnage to Undertaker's Venom.
I got no words. I got no words for that because I understand that statement. That upsets me very much.
That's my fucking mutant ability is communication skills, man. I can put things in terms that people understand, even if they don't understand what the original terms were. And then you're just like, oh, well, I gotta fucking understand this weird thing now. You know?
Now I'm upset at Kane Carnage. Fucking hell.
Caneage.
See you next
no,
time.
it was badass because he came down and like ripped the fucking door off of a cage match during a cage. And he was just like, because he's wearing this mask that has these red, like, fucking burn images on it and this red fucking suit. That looked badass. I really like early Kane. Once he took the mask off, it was kind of less fun. But early Kane fucking kicked ass.
Goodbye.